Alabama reporting 1,233 cases. Mobile County with 69 and Baldwin has 25, Washington and Monroe counties with 3, Clark and Escambia counties with 2. Now, first up, we want to have the latest information coming from Mobile County. Mobile Mayor Sandy Stimpson wrapping up a briefing at the top of the 4 o'clock hour. Our Tyler Finger was there. Tyler, talk about some of the big points that were made at that briefing today.
Well, at this point, Lanice, there is no curfew and no shelter-in-place order for the city of Mobile or Mobile County. Both county officials and the mayor saying it is not necessary at this point, but that decision could change at any minute or any hour or any day. But again, they don't think it's necessary right now. And I want to talk about also the police officers and firefighters who tested positive for the antibody test relating to COVID-19. They began the testing on Monday. So far, 30 first responders have tested positive for the antibody, 10 firefighters, 20 police officers. And to give you some perspective, there are 900 of PD and firefighters in the city of Mobile, so that is only a very small portion. Now they will be tested using a nasal swab, the PCR test, which will definitively say whether or not they have been sickened with COVID-19. They have tested about 2/3 of all of their first responders, and all but one were asymptomatic. Also, again, 5 new patients so far today, that number changing throughout the day, and a 3rd death reported by the Mobile County Health Department. And we also heard from Infirmary Health about how their hospital is standing up to this coronavirus outbreak, as they are expecting a surge of patients in a few weeks' time as this virus continues to spread in our area. They say they have a total of 680 beds, 80 ICU beds, and they're talking about increasing the number of ICU beds and ventilators available so they would be able to accommodate the surge of patients. Take a listen to what the Chief Medical Officer from Infirmary Health had to say just about an hour and a half ago.
Remember this, out of every 100 patients that comes in contact with coronavirus and develops the disease, 98% live or more, 98% or more. And only 80% go seek medical help. And the others that go see medical help may get hospitalized, and a certain portion of them will need ventilators. And that's where the tough part is of handling the coronavirus. Helping these people that become hypoxic with decreased oxygen in their lungs. And then we'll have our intensive care doctors in conjunction with all the specialties coming together, surgeons, anesthesiologists, medicine doctors, and subspecialists, all working in the units 24 hours a day to help these people. So I'm giving you assurance that the infirmary health system, the other hospitals, the physicians and nurses and administration are up to the task. Yes, we're scared, but we're not scared that we won't do well, because we're going to make the right decisions. We're going to overcome the coronavirus.
And as we come back out here live to Government Plaza, one of the questions we kept asking the public officials who were talking to us today here at the press conference this afternoon was about the shelter-in-place order and the curfew. We see a lot of your Facebook posts on our Facebook page and people calling us and emailing us. We were trying to hold their feet to the fire and ask them why they do not feel that it is necessary. We're going to have the full story tonight on Fox 10 News at 9 and 10 o'clock. For now, live outside Government Plaza in downtown Mobile, Tyler Finger, Fox 10 News.
The city of Mobile getting ready to open another COVID-19 screening site. This one will be in the Maysville area. It will open Monday at Ladd Peebles Stadium. University Hospital, which is operating the site along with the city, confirming that opening. This past Monday, the city opened 2 screening sites in conjunction with Diagnostic and Medical Clinic, an affiliate of Infirmary Health.
Well, if you have coronavirus symptoms and you want to be tested in Baldwin and Mobile counties, just call the number there you see on your screen to set up an appointment with Infirmary Health. Call between the hours of 7 in the morning and 7 at night. You'll talk to a nurse who will then walk you through whether you meet the criteria to be tested. And remember, if you show up at the testing site without an appointment, you won't get in. As we told you at the top of this newscast, a 3rd person has died from COVID-19 in Mobile County. That's according to the health department. The agency also releasing more information about the victim, as well as other cases that they're working on currently. Fox News reporter Steve Alexander joining me live here in the studio with more on all of this. Steve?
Some details are coming out. Mobile County health officials say it was a 56-year-old man who died, but they also say he did have a history of underlying medical issues. They say he was hospitalized with known COVID-19 symptoms. Now, testing has begun by the city in a number of private clinics already. Mobile County health officials say of 57 confirmed cases, 17 of those are hospitalized, evenly split between men and women, most between the ages of 19 and 64. However, one patient is under 19. Health officials also talked about the presence of antibodies in those being tested. Now, some clinics doing screening say they test for antibodies first, then if those are present, they do a nasal swab test. But there's been some confusion on what the presence of antibodies really means.
The presence of COVID-19 antibodies indicates previous exposure to coronavirus. The presence of antibodies doesn't guarantee immunity, and it doesn't detect infection.
Today, Governor Ivey held a Twitter question and answer session this afternoon. She answered 7 questions, one of them being, all surrounding states have issued stay-at-home orders. Why don't you want to protect Alabamians? That's what the tweeter said, the Twitter. The governor tweeted back, quote, each state has to weigh their own set of factors, unquote. She said she was in communication with local, state, and federal officials every day, and quote, we are taking a measured approach to keep Alabamians healthy, safe, and working wherever possible, unquote. But she did also say that she has authorized local cities to take additional measures where hotspots are occurring. Reporting live from the studio, Steve Alexander, Fox 10 News.
All right, Steve, thanks very much. You just mentioned it. Stay-at-home orders in place for more and more states. Florida's going into effect at midnight tonight. Mississippi's at 5 tomorrow afternoon, but still no stay-at-home order here in Alabama. So today, Escambia County, Florida Sheriff David Morgan making sure that people there understand the stay-at-home order is not martial law and no one is confined to their homes.
It was not a lockdown order. It was never meant to be construed as you now must stay in your home 24/7 and hopefully someone will come and take care of you, and if they don't, you're in real trouble. That was not the message at all.
Well, the sheriff's office did say they will be keeping an eye out for any gatherings of 10 people or more, but will only ask them to disperse. No tickets will be issued. Be sure to go to fox10tv.com for a complete breakdown of essential businesses Floridians can still use.